shat myself at work again.
Did you?
Really?
Yep. It wasn't the chicken, because I had the chicken later. It must have been Chipotle. Kevin, we talked about this at Stardew. I shat myself at work.
Oh, that's right.
It was, and I like it. It was more of a shart, really. It wasn't a full-on shit, but I mean, the underwear were definitely done so, and it was just bubbly, toil and troubly afterwards. You know what I mean?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the VGRCast, the weekly podcast about anything and everything in between. This week, I'm joined by my lovely friends Steve, Mike, Chris, and Ryan. That's backwards. Chris is my lovely fiance, not my lovely friend.
My cat.
Drinky.
Is cat.
Kitty. Monica is missing. Monica is in Disney World.
Disney World.
I'm happy that my Disney fun fact helped her out.
Disney World? Disney World. I had to actually introduce Vanessa to that meme because she'd never seen the Disney World meme before.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Yeah, how's everyone doing?
I'm doing.
I picked the wrong movie to watch before this podcast, but we'll get to that later.
Candyman? I'm actually
I'm 71. Oh, just wait. just let it sit.
Q for what?
Oh, yeah, transition into that, fucker.
New World. New World is a new MMO that launched today. It's Amazon's first successful game they've made. In the sense that
Amazon.
Yes, it's Amazon, and it's the first successful game because it's the first game they've made that has hype. Hey, thank you, Steve, for the resub. Yes, Kitten. There he is. So cool.
Would definitely pet.
New Kitty.
It's essentially it's an MMO that's kind of part crafter survival, part action game, part faction warfare, part just more like a traditional RPG. You're not locked into a class with abilities and weapons. You can pretty much you play the game and you can decide that I'm gonna start off with a bow, and then halfway through your character progression you can go, bows are dumb, I'm gonna switch to a hammer. And then you could go, hammers are even stupider, I'm gonna switch to a fire stick. Or you could have all of them.
I'm interested.
Yes.
Is the story any good?
I don't know. So there are two big criticisms I've heard so far. One, the queue. The queues are kind of ridiculous on some of the servers. We're in one. We're trying to get into one with some fellow streamers. Yeah, like I said, oh, look, you're moving up. You're 1754 now. Probably.
This is the game.
Oh, how'd you skip me? Anyways, so
You good, Kev?
apparently, yeah.
When do we get to the game?
This is the game. Yeah, and the other big complaint has been that it's the quests can get a little repetitive, but that's with every game. You could pretty much make that complaint about.
About to say, welcome to video games, fellas.
Yeah.
At launch too.
Yeah, during alpha, which was like 3 public tests ago, it was bricking some people's computers, but from what I heard, that's been pretty much worked out of the game.
Yeah, Free Guy looked kind of dumb. I was hoping it was gonna be good, but like,
I've also heard that it's good. Like, I've heard people say that it's actually good.
It looks dumb fun. It just looks like it just looks like turn off your brain action movie.
No, I don't. I've heard that it's just a good comedy movie, but I saw the one scene in the film that even people who liked it said was dumb.
Yeah,
what was that?
Fan service one.
Yeah, which apparently it's the only scene that's like that. So people are like, "Why was this here?" No, it's just
more like fandom fan service.
Yeah, like, it's like, "Oh, look at the screen! Look at that reference!"
Oh, it's hey, look, it's a Deadpool. It's like, hey, look, it's Ryan Reynolds. He's Deadpool. Get it, guys? Basically,
it's literally like it's Ryan Reynolds is fighting a guy, and then like he pulls out like a shield, and it's Captain America's shield, and then they cut to a coffee shop, and it's Chris Evans in the coffee shop going, "Hey."
And it's just the commentary.
I laughed at that. That's funny.
but then it gets worse because they just keep beating you over the head with it in that scene. Like he pulls out a lightsaber and there's just reactions from different people watching. He's like, "Is that a lightsaber? That's a lightsaber." Like,
okay, see, it would have been funny if he pulled out a lightsaber. There's fucking Mark Hamill over there.
Yeah, I've been told by people that that's like that even in that movie that scene felt out of place.
Yeah,
the Chris Evans that Chris Evans bit was kind of funny though. Like I'll laugh at that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But speaking of movies, apparently y'all watched something.
Oh, today.
Wow, what a transition!
That is a transition. Mind if I interrupt it?
No. I mean, he went to the Luca transition.
Oh, actually, well, no, not even that. I was just Harry in the chat was mentioned Ninja. I also found out from my optometrist that he lives very close to all of us, which I had absolutely no idea.
Not super close though.
I mean, he lives in probably closer to me.
Not super close, Steve.
What?
No location.
Oh, I know. We're in the Chicago suburbs. He's in the Chicago suburbs.
Okay.
Yes, we are totally in the Chicago suburbs.
Fuck up for the Chicago suburbs. But yeah,
I'm trying to edit this
Chicago
photo.
Suburbs, and my optometrist fit him for UV protecting regular glasses the other some time ago. So that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I had no idea he was from Illinois.
How did I do this before? Yeah, we all watched Luca.
Yeah, well, me, Kevin, Chris did. Wait, did you two watch it too?
No,
I did not, but I don't care about spoilers. So
that's fair. It's
not really a movie you can really spoil. I mean, it wasn't bad.
No, it was.
Yeah.
It was an average Pixar movie. Not really.
Better or worse?
Better than Good Dinosaur.
I have never seen The Good Dinosaur, but funnily enough, I'm pretty sure Vanessa said the exact same thing.
Yeah, that was the one where like no one seemed to
I'm 1733
at all.
Okay.
Yeah, The Good Dinosaur was like such a weird anomaly because like every Pixar movie up to that point is everyone's just like, oh my fucking god, it's a Pixar movie, it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Except
But like,
Cars.
what?
Except Cars.
Even Cars, kids love Cars.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
What is wrong with you people?
The Good Dinosaur was really interesting because I heard, hey, there's a Pixar movie called The Good Dinosaur coming out. Fucking radio silence. And then I had to like look it up. I was like, hey, there's a new Pixar movie coming out. Oh, that came and went like a year ago. What the fuck? There was no marketing campaign, no advertising. It was bonkers, especially for a Pixar movie, and for good reasons. Apparently, that movie was dog shit.
I wouldn't say it was dog shit.
I just heard it was mid.
Is it on Disney Plus? Because I might have to like have
some
drinks and watch it sometime.
It's not bad. I mean, it's just not up to Pixar standards, I would say.
Right.
Anyway, the actual movie you watched.
Yes, Luca was better than The Good Dinosaur. Apparently,
I would say so.
I
would also agree that I wasn't like I enjoyed Luca, I really did, but I wasn't like oh my god, I need to watch that again like I have been with other.
Yeah, I'm not gonna probably not gonna watch. I mean, I might watch it again someday, but like what I can say of the movie is that it's fucking gorgeous.
It's a very pretty movie.
Oh, it's so pretty. The water effects are bonkers. What they can do with like what they can do with like computers these days.
I haven't seen. I only heard about it through the Real Canon podcast, which unfortunately no longer exists, but you could still go back and listen to it. It was one of John Reisinger's podcasts.
Oh, is that that didn't even last a season, did it?
No, it didn't last very long. Unfortunately,
but that's unfortunate. I didn't actually get around to listening to it, but kind of what you did.
Soul was very good.
I haven't seen Soul, but me and Vanessa were deciding between Soul and Luca.
The fuck was that?
And ended up. Oh, that's my doorbell. My bad. Okay. And ended up going with Luca because I didn't feel like having the existential crisis.
Soul was very good. I would recommend Soul.
No, it's on the list. We will watch it. I was just like, you know what? I feel like relaxing and not having an existential crisis about death today. So let's go with the sea monster one.
Now, fun weird coincidence I learned just on the off chance. Now, back to that podcast, they said they drew a lot of parallels to the film Call Me by Your Name, which yes, the little non
Call Me by Your Name. Is it really?
It's an Italian film from 2017 about two gay guys in a romance. Funnily enough, directed by Luca Guadagnino.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a coincidence or just a fun little reference, but it stars Timothy Chalamet and noted cannibal Armie Hammer.
I am sorry. Would you care to elaborate on that?
No.
No, you're elaborating on that.
Jumping, just I want to tell Chris something real quick. If we end this and we want to play New World, there are smaller servers that are available, and they have said that we can transfer characters between servers one time, like in a couple weeks or so. So, but they're being very vague about that, so I don't know how reliable that is. That's fair too. Yeah.
So dick around with this character, and once you get a feel for things, join the big one and play legit.
Back to Armie Hammer being a cannibal, because that's stuck in my brain now.
So Mike got stranded on the highway the other day.
No, hold on. We didn't actually talk about Luca.
Yeah, we did.
Dude,
No, he got away from Armie Hammer or whatever. So you didn't
have more to say about Luca?
It was fine.
It was fine.
Sea monsters are cute.
Very Italian.
It's the most Italian movie I've ever seen in my entire life. I like the one.
Anyway.
I liked the one-armed fishing guy.
Who looked like the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
If you've never seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, it is well worth the watch.
Oh, it's definitely worth the watch. Saw that a couple of years ago. Definitely worth.
Was that a DreamWorks one?
Good question. Yeah, I think it was DreamWorks. Good question, Harry. How did Mike get stranded?
Yeah, Mike.
Oh, so was driving up to meet with the friendos over the weekend.
Last weekend.
Last weekend. And so unfortunately my car was in the shop because I had to get my brakes and rotors done. I was hoping it would be done before I left, but unfortunately it was not. So I had to take my dad's old Toyota, which was formerly my Toyota, but once I got my new car, he just took it over. And I think I got about 3/4 or like 80% of the way there, and the car started doing what my dad said it might do, which is overheating. And so I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. I'll chill out on the side of the road for a bit. So I wait like 15-20 minutes, turn it on, drive another like half mile, it overheats again. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm like, okay, I'll let it cool off for like an hour, see how that goes. And so I'm like, okay, I got some manga to read, so I read some manga. So I boot it up again after like an hour. You get another mile, and then it starts overheating again. It's like, well, fuck.
So what was happening when it was overheating that? I'll let you know that it was overheating.
It's just the temperature gauge was going all the way into the red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
Yes.
Okay.
That is bad, Kevin.
Okay. I don't know cars. I'm not a man. I'm more like a soft man.
Pro tip,
I'm
Kevin,
a softer man.
When any of the meters on your car are in that little red zone, that's bad.
So when the gas is in the red, it doesn't mean it's full?
Correct.
Okay.
Anyway.
Might have somewhere to go after the podcast.
I know we're doing a bit right now, but this is painful.
Anyway, so
I'm 16.
I'm like, well, shit, I can't make it up to Kevin's house. I was still like probably like 12 miles or so out, I think. So I was like, well, I call my dad. I'm like, hey, the car's doing the thing that you said it would do. Should I just abandon the car here and have someone come pick me up? And he's like, yeah, do that. We'll just deal with it later.
The fuck
and
does
so
that say?
So that's the first time I've ever just abandoned a car on the side of the road on a highway. At one point, even a highway patrolman, just kind of, not like a policeman, just like a highway, highway worker, I guess, like a tollway worker, I guess you could say, showed up and is like, hey, what do you want to do with this? He's like, you want me to help you just like get onto the on-ramp, off-ramp there? I'm like, you're going to be towing it either way. It doesn't really matter where. So, unfortunately, and according to my dad, that is unfortunately the end of that car's life, because it's just losing radiator fluid and antifreeze just nonstop.
Wait, real quick, Ryan, can you rotate the other way? Like in your chair, just swivel, hold on slowly. What is that under your... There's like some text on your webcam. What is that? But it's only on my screen, I think.
What the fuck are you talking?
Oh no, it is on your webcam.
You see that? It's on stream. I don't know what it says.
It's only on the stream. It says, this is an error, please refresh the page or something like that.
That is weird.
I don't know what it is.
That's
I'm
weird.
an error.
I have become error.
I'm sorry, Mike. I can't figure out what that. I'm like,
no, that's funny.
I'm like clicking through like sources. Like, what the fuck's causing that?
No, that's funny.
Okay,
so
anyways. You guys are too early. Stop talking about the Mario movie casting. We'll be talking that in a few minutes.
Yeah, well, not a few minutes, but we will talk about it eventually. But anyway, so Kevin had a whole saga of picking me up.
It's on my TikTok, VGRCast.
You should link that TikTok video in the chat. Or someone should link that TikTok video if they have access to it. It was quite funny. We ended with a really dumb reference.
Yes.
Wow, a really dumb reference. Us. You don't say.
And despite me never seeing the movie where that reference was from, I know what movie it's from.
We've never made a dumb reference in our lives. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Thank you, Binging with Babish.
Yeah. So, to be fair, I will take at least partial...
Thanks for the bits, Patrick.
Partial ownership of the car eventually dying, because I think... What year is it? 4 years ago, I got in an accident with it. So...
How old is the car, Mike?
It's a 95 Camry.
Bro.
Yeah, but it's a Camry. Those things you have to beat the shit out of them for them to die.
Bro.
Mike, that car is 25 years old.
I'm under, and it had 200,000 miles on it.
It was its time.
It was time to
go.
It also sucks because it was my late uncle's car, so that's
true.
But yeah, but it was its time, unfortunately.
Camrys are
time to go out to pasture.
Yeah, like I've heard people getting their Camrys up to 700,000 miles. Like those things don't fucking die unless 700 you beat the shit out of them. Yeah, 700,000.
Let's look this up. Most miles ever on a car.
I'm sure it's an exaggeration, but
a world record for highest vehicle mileage in a personal car with over 3 million miles was a 1966 Volvo 1800S.
Fucking Volvos. But yeah, like
3
if you
million,
know,
wow.
If I barely know anything about cars, but just from owning a Camry, when I tell people I have a Camry, they're like, "Oh yeah, those things don't fucking die, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're correct."
There is a video on YouTube titled "My Toyota Camry Hitting 700,000 Miles."
Oh damn!
There you go.
That's right.
There's another, and that one's from 2017. There's one from 2015 saying 919,000 mile Toyota Camry.
Damn.
Yeah, the Camrys are like legendarily sturdy. But yeah, so now that car's going to the scrapyard, I guess, or something. My dad has to find a new beat up car to just fuck around with, I guess. So it did eventually end up getting towed, I guess. So, because like when the highway guy showed up, he's like, "Yeah, if it's still here in like 2 hours, we gotta tow it." I'm like, "Okay." It ain't moving otherwise, so. So that's the end of that car, unfortunately.
So it's like dead?
Yeah, like my dad can't stop it from overheating, and it's not worth trying to get it fixed, because what we think is happening is that it's leaking somewhere inside that we just can't see easily. So
make the miles go in reverse. Yeah, it worked out so well for them in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh yeah, that worked.
I have still never seen that movie.
Really?
That's like a movie sin.
It's a great
especially
movie.
for a Chicagoan.
Send me to movie hell, then. I will not.
Why are you just refusing to watch it now because so many people have told you to watch it? Are you just being stubborn about it?
Partially, but also I just don't have zero desire to see it. Like,
it's seriously a great movie.
I don't like Matthew Broderick.
How can you not like Matthew Broderick?
That's a definite. Have you only seen him in Godzilla?
I haven't.
No. Oh wait, well, Mike or Steve?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many Matthew Broderick films have you seen besides Godzilla and The Lion King?
Shut up. I don't.
Okay,
fine. It's mostly
Pop.
stubbornness, but I have zero desire. I have no burning desire to watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I don't want
It's
to
seriously,
see it.
there are so many references I bet you'd get once you see it.
I'm sure, but
it's so much like Chicago skyscape porn.
Yes, it's just a Chicago like.
I'll have to put on the list and maybe watch it someday.
They go to the art museum at one point. It's so cool.
It's a great movie. I watch it at least once a year. It's so good. Anyways, diverting away from movies for a minute, I've been trying cloud gaming.
How's that going?
Specifically, the Xbox game cloud, and I'm doing it because I realized I have Xbox Ultimate, so it's included. And I was at a Best Buy, and I saw they had this little, and it's downstairs. I didn't grab it. It's called a Razer Kinchi, and essentially it pops into one side of your phone, it stretches over the other side, and it turns your phone into almost like a switch. And I've been trying cloud gaming just over my Wi-Fi, and honestly, it's amazing. It performs really well. It looks really well. I've played I Am Fish from the makers of I Am Bread. That one's really fun but really frustrating.
Doesn't sound like a game for me.
I started playing Shark Attack. It's a game where you play as a shark. You eat people. What else have I tried out? I tried out something else too. But yeah, it runs like stupid well, and it just you can literally just start playing in like a matter of like seconds, pretty much. And yeah, because I remember talking about Stadia a couple months ago and how much I was kind of like, yeah, I see the potentials there, but I don't think that like their structure's right, because Stadia was like you had to pay for like the subscription, and then you had to buy games on Stadia, and I was kind of like, this isn't worth it, but this is different. This I feel like is better, especially with the Game Pass, because like you can literally just play any of these games. Like I played Slime Rancher, Minecraft Dungeons. You could play Halo and Sea of Thieves on your phone. So yeah, it was cool. I'm enjoying it. So yeah.
Do you think cloud gaming is? How long do you think before cloud gaming like really becomes a staple of the gaming market?
I'd say it's close in the sense that
because we had the whole Stadia debacle.
Yeah, I think Stadia was a little ahead of its time, and I think I think PS4 also has it. I really just chose Xbox because I already was paying for it technically. So I was kind of like, I might as well try it. I honestly think, the technology is there and internet speeds are getting there, that I think it could be within the next 5 years that
sounds reasonable.
We could see a pretty big boom in cloud gaming, especially because you really just need a little nook to connect to your TV and give it an Ethernet input, and you could have a little cloud gaming machine pretty much just attached to any TV you want. What are you doing with your leg, Ryan?
Nothing.
It looks like you're jerking it.
Sorry, a little bit.
And the smile you had was like, what's he doing over there?
Listen, if you can't see it, it's fine.
So yeah, cloud gaming. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna keep playing it. That being said, we have important business to attend to now, and Monica's unfortunately not here. We were supposed to do this last week, but we were getting Kitten and stuff, so we couldn't do the podcast last week. So yeah, we are here to also introduce the next media club. We debated long and hard about what the media club was going to be.
Why did you say it like that?
Media club, or I mean, just like what it was going to be.
No, long and hard.
It's anime time, bitches.
I was getting there, Mike. Mike is finally happy.
It wasn't even Mike's suggestion.
It wasn't.
It's not.
We're finally gonna watch an anime. It's one that Mike's already seen, so Mike will have to shut the fuck up while we're watching it.
I haven't seen it in like 5 years. So.
Okay. And so the next media club is, drum roll please, Yuri on Ice.
Yay!
An ice skating anime. This
Can I
should
give like
be...
a brief just overview?
Yeah, give a brief overview of what it is.
Okay, so this came out in fall of 2016 from Studio Mappa, who has made quite a name for themselves in the past half decade or so for very good and very bad reasons.
What else have they done that people might know?
Oh, just some little anime like Jujutsu Kaisen and the upcoming Chainsaw Man anime, Shingeki no Bahamut. Some very high quality anime productions.
Unfortunately, I have not. I have heard of like 2
I'm
of
sorry,
those.
Mike.
I haven't seen any of those.
Hold on, let me. Well,
yes,
Kaisen
Yuri.
Jujutsu Kaisen was the big shonen anime. Recently they did Kakegurui, which was the gambling anime on Netflix.
Now, oh wait. Is that the gambling anime where they get off on gambling?
Yes.
Ooh, I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Go to Vegas next week.
Unfortunately, it is not lesbian stuff. Yuri,
it's not lesbians on ice.
I believe Yuri is a name in this case.
Yes, it's the name. It's the main character's name.
He is close. He is close. It is not to.
Oh, no spoilers.
Anything, but it is quite gay. It is quite gay.
Just not lesbian gay.
Yeah. So essentially, it's about professional figure skaters. This was it was directed by Saya Yamamoto, who is sort of an anime auteur. She did Michiko and Hatchin, which aired on Toonami a while ago, and also the woman called Fujiko Mine, which is a Lupin the Third spinoff. Also,
Jujutsu Kaisen is the one with the guy with the hand in his palm.
The hand in his what?
He's got a mouth in his palm, right?
You said hand in his palm.
I think I watched Mike watch some of that.
You might have watched a little bit of it, but yeah, that's like the big shonen anime that's super popular right now. But also, in regards to Yuri on Ice, it is extremely popular with actual figure skaters for how accurate a lot of it is.
By the way, which one's the gambling anime again?
Is it on Verve? How am I going to watch this?
This, I believe, is on Funimation.
Fuck, someone's going to have to give me a Funimation login.
Funimation and Crunchyroll, so
I got you.
It might also be on Verve. I'm
on
sure.
it. Hold on, let me check.
Which one's the gambling anime again?
Kakegurui. That's with 2
You might want to type that out for him.
I think I found it. Kakegur.
Yeah.
Yuri on Ice is on Verve.
Yeah, it's on both. Also, Yuri on Ice is one of the best-selling anime of all time. I can't check because for some reason the anime Blu-ray sales site is offline, but I do believe it has sold around 70,000 copies, if my memory serves me correct.
That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot for anime.
It's still counting like the amount of copies of Uma Musume.
Yeah,
I know what freaked out.
Broke everything. So
I found out what.
You gonna finish that sentence?
Yeah, you gonna finish that?
I found out what was causing the error message on your screen, Ryan. The Capamon stopped.
I don't know what that means.
The little Abby.
Oh!
Which I should change to Soko soon. Make it a little Soko kitty. Or keep it Abby.
Leave it as Abby.
Yeah. So yeah, sports is next.
Yeah. So
Let's finish.
No. I'm saying the sports anime. The sports anime is next.
Yeah, the sports anime is next. That was a great transition. I'm sorry I have to interrupt it.
Yeah, I hate you.
There are 2 different characters named Yuri in this show.
Oh, great.
So it's going to get confusing. Also,
great.
I'm going to watch the sub. You're free to watch the dub if you want to, but
I'm probably gonna watch the dub.
I think it's only got the sub on
Verve. It only has
so.
the sub. On Funimation, it would have the dub.
That's okay. I watch subs all the time.
Yeah. But yes, this is our first sports anime, probably.
It's our first anime.
Yes, but
For
it's
Media
our
Club.
first sports anime.
Yes, and you know what else is related to sports?
Or
Sports
anime.
Corner. No, Sports Corner. Sports Corner time. Fuck you.
Like
Sports
that was a good transition, but like I
It was
don't know.
Good transition, but it was ruined by more anime fuckery.
Just give it to him. Just give it to him.
I'll give
Give
it
it to me,
him.
baby.
It just felt weak. No,
Take it away from it. Now take it away.
no, taking it back.
Take it away. Take it away.
Go.
Take it away
Go
now.
fuck yourself.
All right.
Anyways.
So,
Oh no! Anyways.
today marked the most expensive game of footy to have ever been played between Paris Saint-Germain with a payroll of 997.25 million euros
Messi!
and Manchester City payroll of just a little over 1 billion euros. PSG won 2-0.
I
Yep.
many questions.
It's Champions League right now, Steve.
I
That's when the top 4 teams from each league play each other in a big tournament.
all right.
I'm keeping up on footy.
Nerd. I just can't get into it. It's just like so slow.
I could have just said PSG, but I just want to, I don't know. Anyway.
Man City
for
did
what
get fucked, I guess. They did.
Oh, yeah. For whatever reason, the umpire from the New York Yankees and Baltimore Orioles game a few weeks ago ejected/threw out the Orioles grounds crew from the game. They were in place to be ready for incoming rain, but the umpire wanted his 15 seconds of fame, probably. Soon after they were tossed, it did start to rain. So they had to wait. So the field got soaked.
And so the game got canceled?
So the game got ruined.
They severely delayed it.
And that umpire is now fired, right?
Umpires don't get fired.
Why not?
That's the beauty. That's the beauty about sports. Umpires don't get fired.
Why not?
Because fuck you.
Because go eat a dick, apparently.
It's like
Speaking of that, longtime MLB umpire Joe West will retire at the end of this baseball season. In other news, the overall percentage as to how accurate MLB umpires are at calling balls and strikes just went up. Listen, not everyone can afford domed stadiums, Harry.
Yeah, the only one of those we have in the area is Milwaukee, and they just have a roof that comes over their thing.
No counts.
Yeah.
Back in February of 2019, San Diego Padres chairman Ron Fowler was quoted saying, "We are a lot happier than the Chicago White Sox right now," after landing then prize-free agent third baseman Manny Machado, as well as having up-and-coming shortstop who was the White Sox's #1 prospect in their system for a bit, in Fernando Tatis Jr. Since then, the White Sox have won their division to reach the playoffs. Meanwhile, both Machado and Tatis were recorded having an argument with each other in the dugout in the middle of a series sweep by the St. Louis Cardinals. Tatis is in the top 5 for errors committed on the season, and for a point this season, the MLB Errors Twitter was just him committing errors. And finally, on May 26th, the San Diego Padres had a 98.4% chance of making the MLB playoffs. As of this past Saturday, they have been eliminated from playoffs.
Get wrecked.
You know,
White
things
Sox.
happen when
White
things
Sox.
like that happen when you lose 27 of 38 games near the end of the season. They just happen. And speaking of shitting the bed when it comes to your team's playoff chances, no team in MLB history has spent as much time, in this case 103 days, in first place, yet could finish the season with a losing record. The New York Mets are mathematically guaranteed to become the first.
So, they're in the playoffs, but they have a losing record?
No, they're not in first place anymore.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Some dumb fuck kid managed to get himself stuck inside a Wade Boggs statue in Tropicana Field over the weekend after the Tampa Bay Rays clinched a playoff berth.
A what statue?
Honestly, a statue of a player.
Okay.
How?
Fucking kids being stupid.
Was the name Wade Bogg?
Wade Boggs. Honestly, they should have let natural selection do its job. Maybe a blood sacrifice will allow the Rays to win a World Series for once.
We got his head stuck here.
They haven't tried it before.
I got the picture. Hold on. Keep talking, but I'll put it up.
Of the kid getting stuck, or like the statue after the fact?
Of the kid getting stuck. Hold on.
When asked about his brother winning an NBA title with the Milwaukee Bucks, Robin Lopez responded that he's not sure if Milwaukee actually won a championship since he wasn't there and didn't watch the finals on TV, saying he's still doing his own research.
Yeah.
He also said he plans to haze the Orlando Magic rookies by having them get the newest issues of National Geographic, Popular Science, and The New Yorker when they come out, and they will have a magazine club with them. And no, you can't join.
Oh, I see what you mean by stuck now. I thought you meant like he got inside the statue, not like in a chokehold. I mean, I'll just put some butter on him. I'll slip right out.
So it's not like the stuck in wall tag on hentai.
I understand what that is. That's a little sad.
I don't know what's a fair price.
When asked about his change of heart on the COVID vaccines, Dwight Howard said, "I've got a lot of opinions on that, but I'm going to keep them private. HIPAA law." To which a reporter says, "That's not what HIPAA is, but okay."
HIPAA law. That's like saying like OSHA law, you know.
That's not what that is, but okay.
Moving on.
Full-time flat earther and COVID vaccine denier and part-time basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets.
Say no more.
Kyrie Irving is believed to have been convinced to get the COVID vaccine from teammate Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Now, if Durant can help Irving with that whole flat Earth part, then we're okay there.
See, this is what happens when you pay people to play sports before they finish secondary education.
Why does it happen in basketball so much?
Why ain't it round?
Boston Celtics player Jason Tatum has said he no longer has the need to use an inhaler after having COVID and didn't need to use it over the summer with Team USA at the Olympics.
That's not probably.
I don't understand it. I don't understand. I think he's vaccinated though.
I still don't think that's how that works.
That's what he says.
Shut up.
He could just be a liar.
Are you calling me a liar?
I ain't calling you a truther.
Thanks for the reference.
In a statement in regards to how their season is going, the University of Connecticut football team was expecting to start 14 freshmen in their game against the University of Wyoming last Saturday, as UConn has yet to win a game this season. I guess this weird letter might have something to do with it.
Well, I can't see it.
Hold on. This weird letter has something to do with it that
Closer.
I got.
What's in the letter, Ryan?
Hold on.
What is this?
This is a whole ass bit.
This is a bit.
He's got a bit.
Dear Ryan, can you come play quarterback for us next weekend, please?
Why do we not
Love UConn football.
That might be the best bit that we've done for this podcast.
You know, Ryan, I bet you're gonna get one from Matt Nagy soon too.
Who?
Matt Nagy, the Bears
Steve's legit,
coach.
says Steve.
I'm gonna have to clip that. That's a good one. That was funny.
Anyway, Philadelphia Flyers player Oscar Lindblom went in for a scan after dealing with and beating cancer last year. He is still cancer-free.
Yeet!
Woo!
The
Fuck
Columbus
you,
Blue
cancer.
Jackets have fired their assistant coach Sylvain Lefebvre for refusing to get the COVID vaccine. Now their depth forward, Zach Ronaldo, who recently spoke out against vaccine passports in Canada, is not being invited to training camp by the team.
Also get fucked.
Wow.
The New York Islanders have loaned defensive prospect Bodie Wild to Västerviks IK, a hockey team in Sweden's second-tier hockey league, all because New York Islander general manager Lou Lamoriello does not want a single player in his organization to play that isn't getting vaccinated. Wild was the only player. But he was lucky he didn't wake up in the Hudson River in a sack, because Lamoriello is from the area. Imagine wasting your hockey career just to own the Libs.
Get fucked, Libs.
I feel so owned.
Yeah, you better.
Oh yeah.
Damn dirty lib.
Boston Bruins forward Brad Marchand, when asked how long he will play in the NHL, he was quoted saying, "Until they boot me out of the league," which, with my history, could be tomorrow. The Buffalo Sabres have stripped forward Jack Eichel of the captaincy after failing a physical prior to training camp. Those in the hockey world saw this coming, as Eichel has yet to get the surgery done on the vertebrae in his neck, because the Sabres front office wants him to get one kind of surgery that could require more work to be done later and could potentially shorten his career, while Eichel wants to get the kind of new surgery that is shown that could maybe prolong his career with little to no after effects down the road. The Sabres want too much in return for Eichel in a trade, and the longer this goes on, of Eichel not getting the surgery, no other team knows what kind of player he could be should he get the surgery he wants, because they're fucking fumbling, they're tripping over themselves here.
The American healthcare system is fucked.
Also, the Sabres front office is fucked.
That too.
That sounded more like a Sabres office thing.
I agree.
In general, the NHL is only looking at a total of roughly 30 players league-wide that will not get the COVID vaccine for whatever reason.
Ow.
General impression is that any disciplinary action will be handled at the team level, not the league level. And the one thing that sticks out is if the player is on an American team, they will not be allowed to travel to Canada.
Just for reference, approximately how many players are employed by each team?
Oh God, I don't know that exact number.
Just a rough number, like 30, 60, more, less, more.
4 forward line. It's 12.
20 to 30, you think?
30 on an active NHL roster. You go deeper than that, I don't know that number.
That's pretty good for like the entire NHL.
And well, right now we're just sitting at a little over 2/3 of all NHL teams that are completely vaccinated, with a few that will be completely vaccinated by either the start of training camps, which happened already, or the beginning of the season, which is next week, I think.
Yes, because the Golden Knights' 2 last preseason games will be when we're in Vegas.
And if I told you this before, you go to one, I might fucking kill you when you get back.
Yeah,
might be worth it, I think.
The Jacksonville Jaguars home opener versus the Denver Broncos had 25% stadium capacity. There's no COVID restrictions in place.
They just didn't come.
You're alone.
The NFL has suspended Dallas Cowboys player La'el Collins 5 games for trying to bribe the NFL drug test officials.
Lafayette.
Why? Just don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids, unless they're legal where you are. If they are legal where you are and you're above the legal age, then feel free to do drugs.
Smoke all of the weed.
Smoke weed every day.
I don't think heroin is legal anywhere.
Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker broke the record for longest field goal made from 66 yards out to win the Ravens the game over the Detroit Lions on Sunday. The previous record was 64 yards.
Nice.
Tucker was kicking roughly from the Ravens' own 45-yard line.
God damn, son.
There is some controversy because the play clock technically ran out the play before, but so the game should have ended.
Rule of cool.
The rule of cool means that you're to school.
No, it's just the refs are just like, you know what? That was dope as shit. I'll allow it.
Doesn't work like that.
Shut up, Kevin. It's the rule of cool.
The Los Angeles Chargers have always had the issue ever since they moved to Los Angeles from San Diego that more fans of the visiting teams are going to Chargers home games than Charger fans. According to Vivid Seats, 74% of next Monday Night Football's matchup between the Chargers and the Vegas Raiders will be Raider fans. Former NFL head coach Adam Gase, after saying that his former quarterback Sam Darnold seems to have improved from his time with the New York Jets since joining the Carolina Panthers. Someone did some digging into Gase's coaching history. Not only did Darnold and Ryan Tannehill, quarterback for the Miami Dolphins when Gase was head coach there, improve after Gase was fired from either the Jets or the Dolphins. The year after he left the Denver Broncos coaching staff, the Broncos won the Super Bowl. Louisiana State University won the national championship after Gase left the coaching staff there. And even worse, Gase's high school football team won the Michigan State Championship the year after he graduated. Now, it all seems good fortune follows in Gase's departures. That is until you find out he was on the Detroit Lions coaching staff, left, and the following year, the Lions were the first team in NFL history to go 0-16.
Oh, that's not good.
And finally, a Florida high school football player recently broke Tennessee Titans running back Derrick Henry's all-time high school rushing yards record, and Derrick Henry congratulated him on the effort. One last thing to add for this kid. He only has one hand.
Oh. Gotta hand it to him.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Can you imagine getting stiff-armed by this kid's nub?
Nub.
It's like Scary Movie 2, Jesus. I think that's the movie I'm referencing.
Was that it?
Yeah, I think it's the one with Chris Elliott.
Yeah.
That was a good sports corner, Ryan. That was some good funniness.
I have a topic that's not on the list that'll be real brief.
Okay.
I started doing Duolingo. I'm relearning German.
Nice.
Yeah.
I tried Japanese for a bit, but I didn't feel like I got to a point where I didn't feel like I was learning because it doesn't really teach you how to do the kanji, but I assume for
it doesn't.
Yeah. But I assume for European languages, it's probably a bit better.
It's a bit better for German. Plus, like Vanessa is learning too. She's like a week ahead of me, but I already have the background, so I'm just kind of blowing through these basic ass lessons because I took 4 years of German in high school, so most of it is like insultingly easy at this point. So, it's getting a bit more conversational. It's maybe I can visit Germany someday. It's fun.
Nice.
Would recommend Duolingo.
I mean, Japanese is like one of the hardest languages to learn to begin with. Yeah. And Duolingo did not do a good job of it.
Yeah. I'm told Babbel is better for Japanese, so I might check that out. But
so yeah, October's coming up.
Yeah,
which means it's time for some horror movies. I
guess. Yes, it is time for some horror movies, Mike.
One that I just watched.
Oh, look at that! An actual transition.
Transition.
Before the transition, though, because I have to ruin every transition on this fucking podcast.
What the?
Do we have money in the budget for this?
We don't have money in the budget for.
I totally forgot the very obvious Mappa anime, Zombieland Saga. So
yes,
that's
I've heard of that one at least.
Yes, because me and Ryan won't shut the fuck up about it. Go watch it. So. I guess I'm taking over movie corner this week. I saw the new Candyman movie.
Candyman.
Hold up. Let me pull up the wiki article again, just so I get all the. It's not directed by Jordan Peele, but it is written by him.
And I believe produced by.
Yeah, produced by, and it's directed by Nia DaCosta.
Which I love Jordan Peele.
It's a sequel to a horror film from the 80s, I think. Steve, I think you've seen the original, or did you say?
I've watched a internet critic review them, and he reviewed the original 3 movies, of which 2 of them were direct to DVD and hot garbage. But the first one was very well done. It had great build up, an interesting premise, and like the main like a sympathetic main bad guy, or the eponymous, or I don't think that's the right word. The title character is a black man, so it's kind of a I think it was kind of groundbreaking at the time. It was very well done, from what I understand. I haven't seen it, but
yes, the new movie that's out is much more, from what I've heard, is much more similar to the original than it is to the direct to DVD ones are. So it's a horror movie. I'm not gonna say it's devoid of gore, but it is lighter on gore than you would expect. There's really there's one like outright on screen gory moment, and then there is a very body horror-esque element that permeates the film regarding bees. Well, more so just regarding the character's skin progressively changing throughout the movie. I won't say what it is, but so it's actually set in a former I don't know if it's a real projects or a former projects, but a former Chicago projects.
Oh, it's back in Chicago this time. Good.
Yes, that's another Chicago movie.
Bees?
Bees!
Bees are, I don't want to give away what the bees are very metaphorical in this movie. I don't want to say I don't want to give a whole lot away about this movie.
No,
the less you know about it, the better.
I don't think I'm going to see it in theaters, but I will definitely like watch it once it comes out on a streaming service or on DVD, because it sounds interesting enough that I want to watch it.
Now, granted, I haven't seen any live action movies this year, but if I did, this would probably be one of, if not my favorite movies of the year. This was a phenomenal movie. I mean, it's Jordan Peele, so it's got great writing. I've never heard of Nia DaCosta before, but it's impeccably directed film, very well shot, some really impacting shots to it. Also,
hold on, Mike.
What?
Hold on.
Why?
Sorry, go ahead.
Are you loading up? Okay.
What?
There was music going on in the background.
That's weird. Anyway.
No.
So I will say, it is very much in the Get Out vein of horror films. There was a point about halfway through the film where the laundromat owner, who's the actor? Shit, I gotta look it up. It's like Coleman Domingo is the actor. He's giving a very impassioned speech, and my white guilt overtook me. This is I'm gonna be honest, this is a very rough movie for white people. But I think it's also very important for us to see it, because it does not hold back.
Yeah, that's kind of what I get. I think this one probably goes harder than the first one, but like the first one had themes of that as well. Of like slavery and
bye zombie.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, bye zombie. But this one goes all in on police brutality, discrimination, housing, all of that.
Good.
So, and the main character is also an artist. Like, he's a painter, but he's an artist, and he gets caught up in his art. I'll put it that way. And that very much related to me I very much related to that in a lot of ways. So
do you mean Candyman or like the Candyman's potential victim?
The main character of this film.
Okay.
Yes. The main
Did you ever
character
see?
of this... Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
The main character of this film is a painter. So he's an artist, and he gets very caught up and obsessed with his art at a certain point.
I do find it interesting that, I mean, obviously they didn't want to remake the same goddamn movie, but the main character in the first movie was a blonde woman, so it's an interesting change.
She is referenced in this movie.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but what was your question?
I was gonna say, did you ever see Us or Get Out?
I have not. I want to see them now. Now that I know this is the caliber of Jordan Peele's writing, I very much want to see those now.
Get Out is very much more like in your face about its message. It's also
that's what Candyman is.
It's also more of it's just very in your face about its message. Us is less of that, and I won't tell you much about Us. And at first watch, like, there doesn't really appear to be like a message. It's just more of like a thriller. But like the more you think about it, and the more theories you read online, the more you're like, oh, and it all just kind of clicks of what it's about. And I'm just kind of like, okay, so when you watch those two, let me know and we'll talk about them.
Okay. But yes, I would highly, highly recommend the new Candyman film. Prepare to feel bad about yourself. Yeah.
Nice.
Kevin, that's your cue to transition. Okay, never mind.
Well, Steve, it's your turn. Where's your Chicago trip?
Chicago trip part 2. Couple weeks, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. Went to MSI for the weekend, or for the day. And saw the Marvel exhibit there. I don't think you can get tickets anymore. I actually might be gone now, but it was sold out. Like, we had to buy tickets to our October trip to it in March. So but it had like a bunch of like exhibits on like the origins of comics. Like, they had like a wall of Stan Lee cameos, and the main attraction was they had like worn costume props from the Marvel movies, and like they had like one of Dafoe's masks from Spider-Man 2. Most of it was from MCU, but they had like one of Willem Dafoe's masks from the first Spider-Man movie, and one of the pumpkin bombs.
Kill him! No.
Yeah.
Harry. That's fine.
I'm aware.
That's a different story. We can't tell right now.
Nope.
Nothing. Keep going.
Nope.
Well, okay. Sorry, I lost the train of thought there. Okay. Sorry, my train of thought kind of derailed though. Right, the costumes were pretty cool. The rest of MSI was fine. It doesn't really change all that much. It's a little kind of kiddie oriented for my taste. I much prefer the Field Museum, but still had fun. And the friends, so we stayed overnight at a friend's place. We played Cards Against Humanity, and we did the rando rule where you put in a rando card into the pile, and we all got beat by the random.
Yep, happens.
It like very badly. It's just like, wow, we suck at this.
Didn't that happen to us with some game before?
We've gotten close on a couple of occasions.
I want to get into Pokemon cards. I'm sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's a transition.
No, you don't.
Was there anything else to your Chicago story?
No, I had fun in Chicago, and now I don't think me and Vanessa are planning on probably doing like a Field Museum and aquarium trip just by ourselves sometime this winter.
Ooh. Christine has a lot of good info on the shit aquarium.
I know. They used to work there.
Yes. They're filling out important wedding stuff.
Chicago has a pretty sizable Italian population.
Yes, it does. You know who's not Italian at all? Chris Pratt. So I don't think he is. Is he Italian?
He is not.
You know what? That was a good transition. Good transition.
Thank you.
I think.
Yeah, I picked up on what Mike was putting down.
Really, you did. But yeah, so Chris Pratt was cast as Mario
for some reason
in Illumination's Super Mario Brothers
movie. Oh God, it's made by Illumination?
Yes,
what's
the
wrong
studio
with that?
They did Despicable Me and Secret Life of Pets
and Minions.
Well, so Despicable Me, I thought were so. At least the first three is supposed to be like shockingly good.
The first one's good.
Good.
And Secret Life of Pets. So the first Secret Life of Pets was so disappointing. It was cute, but it was disappointing just because like the concept looked interesting. Secret Life of Pets 2 was actually I thought better than 1, just because it was like different. I don't know.
I didn't see either of them.
But in any case, this is Italian erasure, and I will not stand for it.
Mamma mia.
On the plus side though, we get Jack Black as Bowser, which I think could actually work really well.
That's the one casting where I thought, okay, that might work.
All right, I can see that.
But
all right,
I'm just upset.
No.
Oh, it's fine. We're not even that loud.
I'm just upset that there's only one actual voice actor on the cast, and he's in a unannounced cameo role.
Which
and
is the
he's Mario, right? Which I bet what's going to happen is it's going to be Chris Pratt. It's going to be Chris Pratt doing Mario, and then he's going to be like his inner conscious or something is going to be like the OG Mario or something stupid like that.
Or they're going to into the Mario verse it or some bullshit.
Yeah, well, what's like the real Mario is going to give him advice, and he's going to be like, "Okay, I'll be a better Mario."
It's going to be fucking stupid.
It's going to be really fucking stupid.
They had the chance to cast Danny DeVito, and they didn't.
All right, I got a hot take here. Okay, it's not a hot take. I think it's like with this movie and Scoob, where they cast a bunch of big names where they didn't need to cast a bunch of big names. They've got, who's the guy? Matthew Lillard is the perfect Shaggy. He does the voice, he even fucking looks like Shaggy. And they cast some, I don't even remember who they cast, but it wasn't Matthew Lillard. And I'm just like, bro, he is Shaggy. He played Shaggy in a live action fucking movie. And now you've got this Mario movie where the entire cast is a bunch of like big names where you have the actual voice actor for the real Mario on your fucking payroll. Cast a bunch of nobodies that sound good. Fuck's sake.
You see, but I could actually see Seth Rogen kind of pulling off Donkey Kong if he doesn't go all like half baked Seth Rogen.
No.
I can kind of see it.
By the Will Forte was Shaggy's actor in the Scoob movie. So just a normal actor, dude.
Yeah,
but
like
I would highly recommend Lindsay Ellis's video on Aladdin and Robin Williams, because that really traces back the origins of how big name actors have started to squeeze out voice actors in animated movies.
Is that on Robin Williams on Aladdin 2?
Aladdin. No. What? Well, she touches on that, but it sort of traces the debacle that Robin Williams had with Disney.
The problem is
because it was a huge thing.
Robin Williams is actually very good at that. His whole shtick is improv, and improvising for the genie fucking worked.
Yeah. Well, no, but the whole thing is that Disney fucked him over.
Yeah, but it's also it's like sort of a little sneak peek into that video is the role of the genie was written for Robin specifically.
Yes.
They wrote it with him in mind.
They had no one else in mind for that character, to the point where they didn't audition anyone else.
And then everyone learned the wrong lesson from that, which was not write the part for the voice actor. What they instead learned was cast a big name actor in a voice acting role, and it will put people in seats. Which unfortunately worked, apparently.
I can't believe it's just like the Asian guy, Sun something or other. He does like those really short videos on YouTube. ZD. Yeah, Pro ZD. Thank you. Did something. Did like a.
Kyrie got Norded.
Yes, that guy. He did a video on the Mario thing where it's just like, oh my god, they cast Chris Pratt. Oh. It's like
I don't know how it is, Dad.
Nobody reacts like that. Like it's in fact, the visceral fan reaction to this has pretty much been, who the fuck cares? We don't want Chris Pratt. We want someone who sounds like fucking Mario.
And who knows? Maybe we're all overreacting. Maybe it'll be great.
Voice acting in AAA movies
I'm
is
sure
dead.
I'm overreacting, but get a fucking voice actor. Stop paying famous people stupid amounts of money and get someone who makes nothing and pay them stupid amounts of money. Hire David Hayter or something. And Solid Snake needs work, goddammit.
I'll wait until the trailer to be super critical about
Charlie Day
it.
as Luigi is the most interesting one.
That I think could work. Charlie Day is like C-list at best.
I want to
Again,
see insane Luigi though. I want to see like Always Sunny Charlie Day.
Yeah, the only way this movie I think works is if they're not going for like being like the source characters. If they're doing like their own interpretation on it, where they're not like super stereotypical Italian. That's the only way. That's the only way I see this movie even being a thing.
Yeah. I'm not upset about it. I'm just 100%
I'm baffled.
Convinced that we're living in a simulation now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm just like, nothing matters. I'm gonna go rob a liquor store after this. Anyone want anything?
Maybe don't do that, Mike.
Basil Hayden, I'm kind of low.
What'd you want?
Basil Hayden?
Basil Hayden? Gotcha.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
Whatever's... I was going to say whatever's cheap, but if you're robbing it...
That was one of many things that happened at the Nintendo Direct. Did anyone have anything else to say about it? Or
It was,
watch it, so
it was super anticlimactic. Nothing really happened.
Fuckers.
Nothing really happened.
Anything Metroid related happened.
No Metroid news. There was no new Smash character. There was no new info on any Pokemon games. We got a little peek at Splatoon 3. It looks like they're going more for like people have ultimate moves and stuff like that.
So Overwatch with squid people.
There was a new Kirby game announcement that I saw.
Yeah, there was like a Kirby post-apocalyptic game.
But still fun. But still fun looking.
Yes, it looks fun. I'm pulling up the list here. There's a new Animal Crossing thing coming out with Brewster. Only really OG fans know what that means. Like Monica was freaking out about it. It was kind of like, okay.
Brewster?
It's some NPC.
Oh yeah, for Animal Crossing. Yeah,
Here we go. The top 10 announcements.
I think I told Vanessa, and she was just like, "Huh, that's neat."
Oh yeah, so
Vanessa hasn't touched Animal Crossing in like a literal year. So
something cool that came out was that Nintendo Online is getting N64 and Sega games.
Oh yeah.
However, there's a big asterisk next to that because you need to subscribe to a new service called Nintendo Switch Online Plus, which people are pissed off because you're pretty much paying for emulators that are free online and you can get on any working laptop that has 8 gigs of RAM.
But that's illegal.
Not if you have the original copies. Bayonetta 3 got confirmed and has a teaser trailer.
Oh yeah, a ton of people were hyped about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played a Bayonetta game, but it looks fun as fuck. I'll probably pick it up.
So the whole shtick, or well, at least the whole shtick from the first game that I kind of got was that she's a witch and she attacks with her hair. I tried playing it on.
It's magic.
She also has guns.
She also has guns attached to her feet, and when she does like ultimate attacks, she uses a lot of her hair and it leaves her basically naked.
I remember a meme that came out of this conference. It was like it had Bayonetta be like, "Mommy's home, kids," and then under it had like the meme of the dad with the belt, and it had Chris Pratt on it.
Oh God. Otherwise, Monster Hunter Rise is getting a new expansion, which I'm just waiting for it to come to PC. Final Fantasy's getting a kart racer. What was that?
I was just wondering, is there any way to play Bayonetta 2 that's not on Switch?
I don't think it's on Switch. It's on like Wii U.
It was like a Wii U exclusive, so.
Oh, okay. Castlevania Advanced Collection is out now, which includes Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, and the SNES title Castlevania Dracula X. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I was like,
not that one.
This Nintendo Direct was super disappointing. I mean, Nintendo was like, "Oh, these are the games that are coming out this winter," and everyone was like, "Oh my God, there's gonna be so many cool announcements," and it was just the most disappointing. It was a super disappointing Nintendo Direct.
Bayonetta and Kirby.
Yeah, but that was it. Otherwise, there's all stuff we already knew or stuff that's coming out next year.
Welcome to Nintendo. Just be disappointed perpetually.
I mean, that's not true though. I mean, this last year we've had so many good Nintendo Directs.
Yeah.
I guess.
There've been some good hype ones
I'm
recently.
rarely ever disappointed in a Nintendo Direct, to be honest.
I was disappointed with this one.
That's fair.
Did that list say for that one Castlevania game, Dracula X, did it say it was the North American version of it, or was it the Japanese version that was ported to the North America
Didn't say.
years later?
Didn't say.
Because if it's the original Dracula X North American version, that is garbage.
Woof.
Okay.
I've
Monster Hunter
never
Rise is
played
coming
a
to PC in spring.
Castlevania
Cool.
game. I've heard Symphony of the Night is really fucking good.
Yeah,
But,
Symphony of the Night's
Oh,
supposed to be really good.
that's the one I played, I
haven't
think.
it.
I think I played that on my phone. What, was that on SNES?
Yeah. No, Symphony of the Night was PlayStation 1.
Okay, I think I played that one on emulator, maybe.
I think that's the one. Oh,
Super Castlevania 4 was on Super Nintendo.
Okay, cool.
I'm interested. Since I watched the Castlevania anime, I'm mildly interested in kind of getting into it. But also, it's like Kingdom Hearts. There's like all of those bullshit names have just got me rolling my eyes and going, ugh, maybe not.
That's why you won't play Kingdom Hearts, is because of the name?
Stop caring.
No, there's many other reasons I don't want to play Kingdom Hearts, but that's part of
Steve,
it.
I think you'd like Kingdom Hearts.
I
man.
would not like
Why?
Kingdom
Because
Hearts.
Mickey is the most OP character in the game?
No, Donald is the most OP character in the game.
I don't want to play a game where your two main companions are the two most annoying Disney characters.
Listen, they're not really that bad in the game, okay?
When Donald Duck speaks,
Phil's
I want
not
to
a
claw
companion.
my ears out.
Listen,
Phil's not your companion.
they're...
Who?
Oh, shit.
Phil. Get
Yeah.
up on the Hydra's back!
They're,
Oh,
I mean, for the most part, Donald and Goofy are just kind of there along for the ride for a couple except for a couple parts.
Yeah, I mean, they're more so party members than, like, companions.
Yeah,
Phil.
they're there for the most part. Get
Yeah,
up on the Hydra's back.
I'm just not interested.
That's fair. I mean, whatever. You do you, man.
Thank you. I will.
Okay. Well, that's it for the podcast. We're out of topics.
Wow.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
We did this in a reasonable amount of time today.
Wow, 10 minutes short.
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
And I had extra stuff for sports.
Well, that's fine. I mean, like, I have a game I want to play.
We can actually do stuff after the podcast.
Unless did you guys get New World?
Oh,
No.
Okay, no, then not.
I'm not gonna play it. Probably.
I'm gonna play New World.
Shit.
I'll stay in the call and the heck.
I'm gonna play New World with Andrew.
Bitches.
Yeah.
I assume you're gonna stream it.
Oh yeah. Thanks for joining us for the VGR cast. I'm gonna end the stream in a few minutes here, and I'm gonna boot it back up with New World. But you see, I like having the VGR casts in their own videos though on YouTube, just in case one day I want to rip the sound.
It also saves him the effort of editing it.
Yes, Steve, you got it. So yes, like I was saying, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back in a few minutes here with New World. Stay tuned for hopefully some fun MMO fun. Bye.
My balls are so